Game Informer is an American monthly video game magazine featuring articles, news, strategy, and reviews of video games and associated consoles. As of December 2013, over 7.6 million copies are sold each month, making it the third largest magazine in the United States by circulation. Game Informer debuted in August 1991 when Foon Colan started publishing a 6-page magazine. It is owned and published by GameStop Corporation, the parent company of the video game retailer of the same name, who bought Foon Colan in 2000. Due to this, a large amount of promotion is done in-store. Purchasing a subscription to the magazine also gets the subscriber access to special content on the official website. History, magazine. Game Informer debuted in August 1991 as a 6-page magazine. It was published every 2 months until November 1994, when the magazine began to be released monthly. In April each year, Game Informer includes Game and Farsa, an annual spin-off of the normal magazine, as an April Fool's joke. Game Informer has included 3 Sacred Cow barbecues. Similar in style to a celebrity roast, the occasion is meant to knock some of gaming's most revered icons off their high and mighty pedestals. Website: Game Informer Online was originally launched in August 1996, and featured daily news updates as well as articles. Justin Leeper and Matthew Cato were hired on in November 1999 as full-time web editors. As part of the GameStop purchase of the magazine, the site was closed around January 2001. Both Leeper and Cato were eventually placed on the editorial staff of the magazine. GI Online was revived in September 2003, with a full redesign and many additional features, such as a review database, frequent news updates, and exclusive unlimited content for subscribers. It was managed by Billy Burhammer, creator of PlanetGameCube.com. Burhammer is currently the editor-in-chief of the EGM Media Group. On March 2009, the online staff began creating the code for what would be the latest redesign to date. The redesign was to release hand-in-hand with the magazine's own redesign. On October 1, 2009, the newly redesigned website was live, with a welcome message from editor-in-chief Andy McNamara. Many new features were introduced, including a rebuilt media player, a feed highlighting the site activity of the website's users, and the ability to create user reviews. In February, Game Informer's editors round up to count and judge the top 50 games of last year. The games are sorted in order of release date. They do not have rankings, but they do commemorate special games with awards like Game of the Year and other examples. They also have mini top 10 charts of differing categories, both in the top 50 games section of the website and in the regular magazine. In August each year, Game Informer includes E3 Hot 50, a special section that reviews the year's E3 and most to all of its games, which also temporarily replaces the previews section. Australian edition: in November 2009, Game Informer was launched in Australia by former Australian Game Pro, Gamer Player and official PlayStation Magazine editor Chris Stead. By June 2010, Game Informer Australia had become the first local games publication to pass 10,000 subscribers. By August 18, 2010, it had become Australia's biggest-selling video games publication. Game Informer Australia has picked up 3 Australian Magazine Awards for Best in Category, multiple nominations in the Lizzie Awards and the 2013 MCV Award for Print Publication of the Year. Chris Stead also received the 2013 Journalist of the Year gong at the MCV Awards. Reviews: Game Informer currently reviews games on the Wii U, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PC, Nintendo 3DS and PlayStation Vita consoles. Older games, 3 per issue, were given brief reviews in the magazine's Classic GI section. This was discontinued in 2009, months before the redesign of the magazine. The magazine staff rate games on a scale of 1 to 10 with quarter-point intervals. A score of 1 is considered worse than terrible. 10 is a rare, outstanding, nearly perfect game. And 7 is average, a decently playable game. A running gag in every issue is that in the review table, the one score is always changed to a different joke. To this date, 26 games have received a perfect 10, some games have even received scores of 1 or below by Game Informer. Batman Dark Tomorrow received a 0.75, Shrek, Fairy Tale Freakdown for Game Boy Color got a 0.5, and the XBOX fighting game Kabuki Warriors scored a 0.5. In the latter review, Editor-in-Chief Andy McNamara stated that I literally won a match just by bashing the controller against my ass. I wish I was joking, but the score is seriously Kabuki Warriors 0, my ass 1. This was confirmed by his fellow editors. Another game reviewed for Classic Gear Euro Marky Mark, Make My Video for Sega Gdao Euro was given a 0, making it the lowest rated game by Game Informer. A score of 1 was handed out to the Kinect game Hulk Hogan's Main Event in the December 2011 issue. A score of 1 was handed to Postal 3, which was cited for its glitches and bad gameplay. In 2009, editor Brian Vaughn handed a score of 1 to the Wii game Ready to Rumble, Revolution, calling it terrible in every conceivable way. A score of 1 was given to Fighter Within. Staff, current. Former. Other media. In the 2006 horror film Stay Alive, there was a brief appearance of a Game Informer with a title game from the movie. This was not a real issue of the magazine and was made specifically for the movie. The movie Grandma's Boy is multiple sightings of Game Informer posters on the walls. In an open-ended action game from 2009 developed by Radical Entertainment, Prototype, the Game Informer logo can be seen in many places in the game. References. External links, GameInformer.com